Every country has a beginning. A time when new chances attract progress. When people's potential leads to a path of constant growth. A moment when past errors dissipate. An important step that will be taken for the future. This is a time that will mark the road towards change. Let's improve Guatemala. This is the story of a small boy called Pedrito. He lived in Neverland, and only a few people were aware that he would not grow up like the rest. He would never reach the average height of his population, nor would he escape the possibility of infection or disease. Surely, he would never perform well in school or get a good job so he could contribute to the economy of his society. And finally, he would never escape the vicious cycle of poverty. The main objective of Mejoremos Guate is to break this cycle and end poverty from the root of the problem up. Every child should have the right and opportunity to grow up healthy and educated, using these tools to reach their maximum potential. We are working in specific areas that in the long run have impeded the development of Guatemala. Chronic malnutrition is one of the biggest and most important problems that affect 1 in every 2 children in Guatemala, and we must fight it through interventions that are cost-effective in the first 1,000 days of the life of every child. For this, Alianza por la Nutrición gathers companies and private organizations to unite the different sectors of the Guatemalan society to take action and reduce the chronic malnutrition rates. It takes into account the opinion of each sector as well as the national food and nutrition security public policies. As of now, the accomplishments of this movement include a unified message on how to reduce chronic malnutrition and maintain cost-effective interventions to reduce it. Additionally, alliances have been made with television, radio, and other communication media to communicate the actions that reduce the malnutrition across the country. To improve the quality of education, we have pushed the initiative Juntos por la Educación, where 3 main priorities have been established. These are measurable and must be reached as a first phase in 2016, peaking in 2021, with well-educated Guatemalans who are better prepared to face life and the labor market, and most important, with an aim towards a promising future. 180 effective days of class must be met, along with teachers that are prepared and competent, accomplishing proper teaching methods in class, and constantly updating their methods, helping to form students that learn and develop to become competent in every level they continue to attain. These 2 topics were visualized in the National Entrepreneurs Meeting ENADE 2013, with the first National Human Development Agreement. This accomplished the historical signature of commitment of the General Secretaries of the political parties in order to reach the goals set on nutrition, education, and technical training. Guatemala must be a more innovative and competitive country. We must fight for the creation of 1 million additional jobs by the year 2021. We want more opportunities and wealth for all Guatemalans. Under this pretense, the Consejo Privado de Competitividad is launched in an effort to stimulate the generation of jobs through an improvement in the competitiveness and capacity of innovation in the country. Important accomplishments have been reached, such as improving 14 positions in the Doing Business Index, as well as identifying job acceleration projects. At this time, we are supporting a project that involves watering systems for agricultural sectors, as well as infrastructure in areas that lack these systems. Also, we are working on a project that reinforces English, as this will help improve not only tourism service areas, but also other outsourcing companies such as call centers. We are generating more and better jobs that will improve the amount and quality of opportunities for our country. The costs associated with the insecurity in the country amounts to approximately 8% of GDP. It is urgent that this problem is resolved. This will allow people to live in peace. We are looking to improve the territorial presence citizen security and safety, and also prevention of crime. The project Alertos seeks to improve the security of the citizens and to restore public zones that have been taken over by insecurity and crime. In the pilot project, which worked in Zona Viva of the country, the murder rate was lowered and sustained by 55%, and the assault rate was lowered by 40%. On top of this, a Citizens Watch program was installed that is properly supplied and equipped to facilitate civilians to report incidents and to contribute with the authorities. Advancing when it comes to topics of security will guarantee foreign investment to strengthen employment opportunities. We recognize the need to help supply ideas on how to strengthen institutions in charge of the development of the country. Without strong institutions, any effort will be in vain. The active participation of the Alianza Técnica de Apoyo al Legislativo, ATAL, has been contributing and improving the level of discussion of the deliberative forum and representation to help develop the performance of the Guatemalan Congress. ATAL is generating support to promote initiatives that simulate economic and social development, as well as promote the productivity of the country and the well-being of the Guatemalans. We are also advancing with the project Guatemala Visible, a citizens' movement that promotes the transparency of election processes of functionaries and politicians, and acts as a social audit to these public functionaries. Additionally, we are working on other projects that seek to strengthen and generate efforts for a better Guatemala. Among these are Ahgem Weavers. They are weaving social unity among Guatemalan leaders of different sectors of the country. Intercultural Affairs Commission. We are working on the dialogue among the different cultures of the country. It was founded as a result of dialogues during ENADE 2011 and ENADE 2012. They prioritize topics such as development of the rural area, chronic malnutrition, social conflict, security, justice, and state institutionalism. CACIF certification. Its purpose is to form a political leadership and strategic entrepreneurship. Mejoremos Guate is a long-term path to the development of a Guatemala that is based on technical foundations. To accomplish this long-term plan, Mejoremos Guate proposes concrete actions that are measurable and that generate an immediate impact on the improvement of our country. We are a group of Guatemalans that are committed to create the proper platform for the development of our nation. Mejoremos Guate is an invitation to recover the gallantry of believing in a Guatemala that is capable, ingenious, intelligent, hardworking, passionate, and competitive. Together, we are working so Pedrito and the other children can have a Guatemala that is more inclusive, prosperous, safer, transparent, and with more solidarity.